Valley of Dogs.
As we said, King Mina, after he finished from the war between him and the King Scorpion, King Mina, he decided to build a new city. The city, it must be very close to north and south. For that, he chose that location and he built shrine for god Ptah. But ancient Egyptian gods, like human, there is husband, wife, and son. Yes, here the patron god in this city, his name is god Ptah. His wife, her name is Sekhmet. Sekhmet, lady's body, but the head Miss Lion. And Sekhmet, she the goddess of destroying the enemies of god Ra. And their son, his name is Nefertu. He is the god of lotus flower, the symbol of south side of Egypt. King Mina, he built the shrine for god Ptah, but he built it from mud bricks, because in that time this is considered the easy material, which is he can use it for building anything, house or temple. And the King Mina, he built his palace also very close to the shrine of god Ptah. Also they decided to make enclosure wall and 2 gates for the city. One, it's very close to River Nile, and they called it south entrance, and another entrance they called it north entrance. The enclosure wall built by mud brick, but painted with the powder of alabaster stone, and it was mixed with water and glue. The glue it was taken from gum tree. The wall became white. For that they called it Enib Hedge. This is in first dynasty. And after that, in all the kingdom, 6th dynasty, there is king, his name is King Bibi. King Bibi, after he became a pharaoh to Egypt, he built his palace left side of the entrance. It was beautiful palace, it was very beautiful and colorful. For that they called the palace Min Nefer. Min Nefer, it means the beautiful house, or the beautiful city, or the beautiful country. Min Nefer. After that, Middle Kingdom, same name. New Kingdom, 19th dynasty, every king before ascending the throne, his coronation ceremony always here. For that, we can found a new kingdom, 19th dynasty, the king number 4, his name is King Ramses II. Before he ascending the throne, he decided to build for god Ptah, the patron god in Memphis and in northern side, 4 huge statues and alabaster sphinx. He brought sphinx from Luxor. It was belonged to Queen Hatshepsut, but he erased her name and they put his name. And his sphinx is here in our right side. It's 8 meters long, 4 meters high, and made from alabaster stone. The nose and the false bird still in good condition. And we discovered it in 1912. It was under big mountain from mud. And we cleaned it and became as you see. Also King Ramses II, he built 4 huge 4 statues, each one referred to north and south and the east side and the west side. The biggest statue, highest one, it was in south. It was 26 meters high. But what happened? Earthquake. From earthquake the statue lost 10 meters. For that we have 16 meters as a remain of the huge statue of King Ramses II. It's one single block and made from limestone. Where I will show you inside the building, which over there after we finish from explanation here. And it was, there is 4 statues. We sent the north, the eastern side and the western side statues to different places. One in New Cairo, the new capital of Cairo. We sent it there. And the left side statue, now you can see it in the route of Cairo airport. But still, here in this location, the statue which refer to north, I show you later. Ramses II, his coronation ceremony, it was here. For that, he puts avenue of Sphinx in front of the city. For that, they called it Meet Rehem, the city with avenue of Sphinx. By mud brick, you can see the thickness, okay, of the enclosure wall. From mud brick, and also here, as you see, most of the figures from red granite. Over there, statue for King Ramses II. And some jars we discovered here. All the jars here, it was, you know, inside the center of the city for flowers. And some jars made from red granite, and some from limestone. This is, as you see here, some jars. This is for flowers. And the remain of one of the pillar here, returning back also to the period of King Ramses. Here you can see the face of goddess Hathor, goddess of love, goddess of happiness, motherhood. And she was wife of god Horus. Ancient Egyptian people built a temple for her, considered the best one in Dendera. And you can see the original color, still can see. Here also you can see the cartouche of King Ramses II, because in ancient Egyptian times, the king or queen, their names written inside holy sign, which we called it cartouche. Like here, King Ramses II, two cartouche, we can see God Ptah standing here holding three symbols: key of life and the pillar of Jet or Osiris, and the stick of God Amun. And we can see King Ramses II here standing and offering to God Ptah. This is here two crowns, the crowns of south side of Egypt. Okay, and here you can see also God Ptah. This is, you can see the colors. This is original colors, flowers, lotus flower and papyrus, the symbol of north and south. Here we can see relief for King Ramses with goddess Mut, goddess of Luxor. Okay, but the eyes, it was inlaid, stolen.
But there's another woman here.
Yes. Yeah, the king, he's standing here, and the right side, his wife, and standing with God. And you can see the rest here. Goddess Mut, goddess of Luxor. And here we can see this is the remain of pillar or column from red granite, and we can see God Ptah. The cartouches of King Ramses, supported by the symbol of goddess Hathor. Goddess Hathor, she became Aphrodite in Greek and Venus in Roman. And here also we can see goddess Mut. Goddess Mut wearing the double crown. Okay, and the cartouche of King Ramses right side. Here we can see King Ramses II. He carried the symbol of Mad. And Ramses II offered offering to God Shu, god of air, and here God Ptah. Same king, Ramses II, standing left side, and they offer something like cake, but in the shape of pyramid, because this is a symbol of God Ra. Here we can see offering bearers. We will see in Saqqara and some mastabas, we will see the offering bearers. They carry some offering to the dead person. Not king only, not officials, also some nobles and some poor people also in their tombs, they make it. Here we can see the double crown, decorate the head of King Ramses II, and in his brow there is cobra. But also we can note the name of God Ptah written here. Okay, Ptah, Ptah, the patron god here, and this is vulture, which is a symbol of south side of Egypt. Here also the cartouche of King Ramses, and this is one of the columns belong to goddess Hathor. But what a bit is the face of goddess Hathor.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So it was, the face was smashed up.
And here also we can see big jar. This is for water. They use it for purification, especially high priest who will live here and who is responsible for the daily rituals inside the shrine or the temple of God. And here also you can see this is Greek and Roman period pillar. Also you can see big cartouche of King Ramses II. Big cartouche of King Ramses II. And also most of the pieces here belong to King Ramses II. This is here also remain of a statue belong to King Ramses. Over there also it was a statue for King Ramses, and besides the tree also same thing.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. We will see later one. See. Because there is two statues, same statue. You see the statue for King Ramses II. Yeah. The patron god in northern city, God Petar, and here we can see vulture, okay, symbol of protection for south. But if you look beneath the vulture, you can see key of life and small basket. This is referred to nib. Okay, this is symbol of protection all together. It's a symbol of sun god. This is key of life, symbol of eternity. And this is a symbol of north and south, and this is like both, and in the middle sun disk, which refer to Gadra. Okay, this is from red granite, also the period of King Ramses. Over there another statue for Ramses, and sarcophagus. This is for protection, to protect the mummy. And if you look to the lower part here,
Yeah.
Bathtub. I want a bathtub.
yes, we consider it bathtub, but this is, to protect the mummy. We put it inside. But why red granite? Why red granite? Ancient Egyptian people use it for sarcophagus, for statue, for obelisk.
The water doesn't go through.
No. You know why? Why this is? By the way, this stone, it's holy stone for ancient Egyptian. Why holy stone? There is very important legend. God Osiris and his wife Isis and their brother Set and Nephthys. Both they ruled Egypt, but Osiris, he was very kind. He was teaching the people how to be a farmer, how to be a workers. But Set, he was very bad. He teaches the people how to make tracks for friends. For that, most of the people love, not like only love Osiris. Every occasion they give gift, offering to God Osiris. God Set became jealousy. He decided to kill his brother Osiris. He cut his body for 14 pieces and threw it in River Nile. And his wife, goddess Isis, she spent a very long time to collect her husband pieces. She found everything except for one part. It was missing. His dick. Okay. For that, she brought all the pieces which she found it, and she put the pieces of Osiris upon couch from white granite. But when she put the pieces of Osiris, what happened? There is blood come from his pieces. Okay, the blood entered to the stone, converted to red granite. For that, red granite, it's a holy stone for ancient Egyptians. For that, you can see sarcophagus. Okay, even the lid from red granite. God Anubis. Okay, and in front of him, four gods protect the organs of the dead person. And this sarcophagus on the cover or the lid, supported by 2 eyes. Okay, and the goddess Ma'at and the goddess Nut, goddess of the sky. And all the lines here, it's hieroglyphic inscriptions. It's texts to protect the dead mummy or the mummy which inside this coffin or something.
How do they put it inside? Or it's, you
No,
have
this
to
is the
lift?
cover.
Yeah, you have to lift.
Yeah, you see, this is, for example, this is the lower part and this is the top.
Ah. Oh my God, it's so
And
heavy.
sometimes they make the lid, it's thin, not
That's
the
what I-
big
yeah,
thickness
that's
like
what I
this.
was thinking. It's
Yeah.
here.
And here we can see also limestone pieces show us the holy sign of goddess Hathor with the cartouches of King Ramses II. This is a symbol of goddess Nut, goddess of the Wisr, Ma'at, Ra, Sitib in Ra. Like, but here Ramses. Ramses. This is the name of King Ramses. 2 cartouches, one coronation title and birth title.
And this symbol
Symbol
means-
of long life. Goddess Ma'at. I said Wisr, Ma'at, Ra, Sitib in Ra.
Excuse me, I can.
Here we are standing and around us most of the figures written back to New Kingdom 19th dynasty, especially the period of King Ramses II. Behind them is a statue which refer to north on the side. If you remember, I mentioned there is 4 statue for King Ramses. It was decorated the temple. This is the only statue which still remain in good condition, and the second one I show you later. But there is another 2, but we send it to another places. If you look to the statue of King Ramses, you will see his left foot is forward.
Yeah, why is
Yeah,
that?
this is referred to life, action. If his foot equal like that and cross the arm, this is mummy, refer to this. But
And
left
like a
foot,
statue, yeah,
yes,
already.
this is referred to life. Always left foot, why? Heart side.
Ah, heart side.
Yes, heart side. And also, if you remember, if you play box, always left foot forward. This is the better. And the statue of King Ramses, which behind me, from red granite. Right side, we can see here statue, and one of the officials carry small shrine inside it, the statue of God Pitah. The patron god here. Left side you can see the statue of King Ramses II. He wore the royal headdress, which we called it Nemes.
Nemes.
Yes, and here we can see small piece, but show us the sculptures. Ancient Egyptian artists, they were very smart. Okay, this is written back to Greek and Roman era, but the artist, he is Egyptian. This is jar for flowers, and the left side and right side, the remain of very huge columns. And if you remember, I said the jars, sometimes they make it from red granite and sometimes from limestone. Alabaster Sphinx, and the face of Sphinx look to east side, and if you look you can see cobra in his brow. Cobra, symbol of protection and false birth, and the feature of the face, it's not king, it's queen, because this is belong to Queen Hatshepsut. This is the second Sphinx in Egypt. The first one has a big size in Giza. Third Sphinx has a size in Alexandria. And also you can see Sphinx on royal headdress, which we call it Nemes. Beneath the false bird, it was the cartouche of Queen Hatshepsut.
Still thinking about how they killed the only king of the pyramid until now. Nowadays, the pyramid lies
which made from one single block, limestone, and it was 26 meters, now 16 meters only. And we can see the details which show us strong king. Here, if you look to the cartouches of King Ramses, you will see two cartouches. One refers to coronation day and first title. The double crown of King Ramses, and his brother is Cobra. King Ramses, when he ascending the throne, his age 19 years old. When he died, his age 98 years old. That means he ruled Egypt very long time. How many wives and concubines for Ramses? 64.
Wow.
25 as a royal wives, as a queens, the rest as a concubines. How many kids for Ramses? You know how many kids?
100 something.
No, 211.
Wow.
111 girls and 100 boys.
Wow.
If you go to visit Valley of the Kings, in front of the tomb of King Ramses, it will be right side. Left side there is very huge tomb. This is for sons of King Ramses. 100 room until now. That means for each boy, there is one room as a burial chamber.
How old was he when he died?
98. Yes, 98
He
years.
is probably the longest lived pharaoh.
There is another one in all the kingdom in 6th dynasty. His name is King Bibi. When he ascending the throne, his age 6 years old. But his mother, she was support him. And when he died, his age 106 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, King Bibi. And we will see his son's pyramid. We will see his son's pyramid in Saqqara, the pyramid of King Teti. The pyramid of King Teti we will see in Saqqara, which consider the oldest religious book written on wall inside the burial chamber of the king. We call it pyramid text. Okay, for the statue of King Ramses, you can see false bear which attached by belt, and his brother is You can see here some pictures show us when they started to discover the statue of King Ramses. Also here we have a very funny statue. So
Yeah, what is this?
his name is God Bes. God Bes.
Bes.
Yes. Bes. He is big meat, short man, and fat as you see. The head lion. God Bes protect the pregnant ladies and protect the ladies during delivering babies. Okay. And his stomach is big. Why? Refer to pregnancy. And the ancient Egyptian built for goddess shrines in every temple. Okay, if the lady hungry, if the baby cry, when they look to the statue of goddess, they feel by relax and do not cry, and the lady her mood will change. Same the essence of lotus flowers. Okay. They use it also for that.
I can feel it.
You see, this is goddess. Here, statue from the style of sculpture. One drop here, and one around his sword.
Election in ancient days is to fight an ox. And if you fight an ox in front of the people, you must sacrifice an ox. Give me the tail.
And the symbol of north and south. Bee and suit, cobra and the vulture,
So the king is putting oxtail.
and the cartouche of King
Put an
Ramses.
oxtail. If you go to Memphis and Tennessee and
If you look
that's
to the
like
ear of
anyone else?
in ancient Egyptian time, before the king ascending the throne, he must prove, I'm strong, I can rule north and south. Okay, prove to us, our Pharaoh, you strong. What you will do? I will perform a very important ceremony. It's called Hebset. Hebset, the king, he must run 7 times in a special open courtyard. He was run 3 for north, 3 for south, and 1 for both. Here we can see 1, 2, 3. 3 running of north, and the king wore the red crown. He carried 2 jars which contain essence of lotus flower. He offered to God Bita. Same king, he wore here the crown of south, and he was run 1, 2, 3 running for south. This is for north, this is for south, and the king offers the scepter as an offering to God Bita. Here it was another piece. God Bita in front of the king. He was run only 1 time, not 3, which refer to unification between north and south. The king, he was run this ceremony before, or this running before ascending this throne, and every 2 years, he was 3 years, he must perform same ceremony. 2, he's still young, he's still strong. But King Ramses II, he changed it. Instead of every 3 years, he was run every 2 years. To prove he is strong. But when the king became old, he can't run. High priest growth, very young person, and run instead of the king. This is a statue for Merit Amon, wife of King Ramses, and at the same time she was his daughter. You will say to me, the king married his daughter? No, he declared she is the royal wife only in all the palaces. Merit Amon, her mother, Queen Nefertari.
Yeah.
Nefertari, she was the first love for Ramses. And so 64 wife and concubines, but Nefertari, she is the closest one to his heart. After her death, by the way, her tomb in Valley of Queen in west side of Luxor, the best one in Egypt, the best tomb. Ramses II by himself, he was go to Valley of Queen to check with the architecture, the artisan during the work inside their tomb. The best one you can visit in west side of Luxor, and the most expensive ticket for one of the royal tombs, the tomb of Queen Nefertari.
The first protector of monuments, the son of Ramses II.
King Ramses II, which made from limestone and takes 5 years. The sculptures make it in 5 years. This statue shows us very strong king, King Ramses, and his left foot is forward also. If you look to the head, his head decorated by the double crown of north and south, and his brow decorated by cobra, which refer to the symbol of protection for north. Why he here in northern side of Egypt? And he wore the royal headdress, false belt. Around his neck there is a chain and a pendant. In this pendant we can see God Betah and the goddess Sekhmet, and in the middle we can see the name of King Ramses. He is a short kilt. If you look to the belt, you will see a knife, and the hand of the knife you can see 2 falcons, which refer to north and south. And the King Ramses also, he holding his stamp, and you can see all the details of the statue, his nose, his lips, his eyes, his hair, everything make perfect. Why? Because ancient Egyptians consider their king son of the god. And the King Ramses II, his mummy displaying in Civilization Museum in Cairo, if you like to see. But his tomb in Valley of the Kings, considered the deepest one, carving inside Mother Rock and Valley of the Kings. But what a pity, most of the scene stolen by the thieves. The tomb of King Ramses II in Valley of the Kings, but still closed. His tomb closed because nowadays we make restoration for the tomb.
Mhm.
زي كرتوش مصطبة رمسي. ويلكم صندوق
Sure.
مصطبة رمسي زي كرتوش رمسيس 2.
Пошли.
para fazer حبيب بدأت Egipto. بدأ كوكاريا.
لا ما ردتش عليه والله.